right. They lose an awful lot of players.
He forced it down low to Moore, and she was double teamed. And as a result, the ball stolen. Carolyn Swords outside of Nana Robinson. Vivian Kingdon pulls down her second rebound. And here Regina moves the ball up the floor a lot faster than we saw them do it yesterday against Calgary. Stolen away by Stewart.
Great play. It's a great play the way she controlled her body and brought the ball up in there.
Sue Stewart with her second basket. 6-1 now for Laurentian over Regina. Only 2 timeouts per team per half. Teague's ball is well short. And there's Swords with the rebound. To Stewart. She stops and dishes nicely to Nana Robinson. Now that number 12 that you were looking at, who turned the ball over, is Martha Sandiland. She didn't start, but she came in quickly. Down low to Moore. First time that she's had it down low, and she shows you what she can do. She was a power against Calgary. 35 points, 33 in the quarterfinal, averaging 34 a game so far. Carolyn Swords took the ball to the hoop right away and was fouled. And she'll go to the line.
Well, you're going to hear me root for Carolyn. She's an Ottawa girl, and my daughter Maura played against her, so she's got to be right up there. You know that she comes from a quality background.
Because she played basketball with your daughter?
Well, played against my daughter. Probably. Now that I think about it, maybe I don't like her. She probably went flying by my daughter.
Swords is good on both. The 8 points for Laurentian. They lead at 8-3. Jennifer Heeg, she is the on-court leader for this Regina team, and she throws the ball up high, and Vivian Kingdon can't pull it down.
That play may help them down the road. Of course, they've got to get a timeout in here to calm things down. But that play, Michael, is going to loosen up the defense on the wings because they were close enough.
Regina takes its first timeout. Game has not started very well for Regina. Now, if you haven't seen what's taken place in this tournament, you don't understand that Laurentian has struggled miserably in the first half.
Start on the left, see if we can post up. Outside shooters, you got to be ready to take the shot on the screens, all right? Okay, Tufty, let's go. So 1, 2, 3, quit.
Well, she was cautioning her players not to be afraid to take that outside shot. They have a reputation of having streaky outside shooters, but coach wants to find out if they're going to be hot in there. And Debbie has told them, take those shots. And again, play good D. That's where they're in trouble now, is the turnovers and not doing a good job down on the defensive end.
Debbie Patterson in her second year as head coach of the Regina Lady Cougars. She was a coach and player at the University of Calgary, and everybody around here says she's one of the great young coaches in the game, looking for her first ever title, looking to bring a title to Regina for the first time. Nice pass down low to Swords, and looked like she may have been fouled, but no call, and here's...
Well, she got in with the big guys, I'm afraid.
Deanne Schmier in for the first time after the timeout, a substitution. Schmier was a starter, had to have surgery on her leg during the season, and is just now getting back into form. Vivian Kingdon, number 9 for Regina, was one of the key players in the second half yesterday against Calgary. As Calgary found a way to shut down this woman with the ball, Jackie Moore, Kingdon came on and hit some key three-pointers. Here's Schmier, nice drive, and her first 2 points of the game, and a big 2 for Regina. It's 8-5.
You pointed that out earlier. Everybody's worried about Jackie Moore. That opens up the game for an awful lot of other players.
I noticed that time Moore was not low post, but high post. Sandilands, her first shot of the game, good for 2. And Laurentian answers right back.
Well, she's getting about 12, 13 points a game in these tournaments, so that we can expect a lot of shots from her.
And there's Moore way outside. She attempts the three-pointer, and it's no good. And here comes Laurentian. They look to run the floor. Sandilands. One of a number of key players coming off the bench for Peter Ennis. Another turnover by Laurentian. Down low to Moore. This is where she's tough, and she beats the double team, but she can't get it to fall.
They did a good job. They dropped in and helped her.
Steal by Jennifer Heeg. She has to wait for her teammates. Heeg inside to Patterson, and Patterson with a left hand scores her first 2 of the game.
Young lady Patterson has been really underappreciated, I think, in this tournament. She's a very tough player.
I'll tell you what, you're seeing Nana Robinson, number 11, play outstanding basketball to start this game, and she's the player that everybody fears. Regina turns it over. Here's Sandilands, and she's got the easy 2. What happened there?
Very
Jack?
tough. I think she caught the player with a change of direction dribble, and a defensive player just couldn't handle it. Got to get control of the game right now. You're Regina.
Or this time Patterson plays the low post, and she misses the short jump shot, and it rolls out of bounds. And Laurentian certainly off to a quick start. They lead it 14-7. This is the national final on TSN.
When you find something in life that works as well or lasts as long as a John Deere lawn and garden tractor, buy it.
Welcome back to Laval University in Saint Paul, Quebec. I'm Michael Landsberg along with Jack Donahue. Today it's for the national title. Laurentian Lady Vees, the defending champs, against Regina. They're not number 1 yet, but they will be if they win today.
This is the first few minutes here. It's just fast break. Look at this change in direction. See, she caught number 13 right on her hand. All right, that is Miss Patterson. What's her first name?
It was Diane Norman, but you're right. It was Patterson that she beat.
Yeah.
And here's Norman. Inside of Sandilands. And there's another substitution. Chris Stapleton in. And the ball's turned over by Tracy Phelps, who's making her first appearance as well. And, excellent defensive play coming from behind to slap it away is Sue Stewart.
Great job. Pass across. Here we go. Now, watch Stewart is timing it. Getting right there. God, she had her eye on that ball the entire time.
And she did it with her left hand. Patterson now outside. Moore fights her way inside. Double post. There's Moore, a little short jump shot, won't fall. She's having trouble getting it to fall. And that would be trouble for Regina. She's averaging 35 points a game. Ball is short, but there's Stewart again, and it's knocked away. And I'm looking at the players on the floor now for Laurentian. 4 of them out there did not start this basketball game.
That's right.
12:58 to play in the first half.
This Peter Ennis's job. Get the tempo going. He's not even that worried about the score, although the score is very good in his situation right now. Get that tempo going and force you to bring in some players.
Considering the fact that they are so much deeper in terms of their bench, Laurentian, you have to figure if they lead at the half, they're in good shape.
Yes, they are. And not that Regina is not going to drop dead if they're down, but they're going to have a hard time physically coming back. Still at 1-4, they pop her out, Moore out.
Kingdon can't pull it down. I think it was intended for Deanne Schmier, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover by Regina. There have been many.
Well, you talked about the experience earlier. These are experienced players, but the pressure of a national championship game is affecting them a little bit. If they can get their feet wet right now and not get in too much trouble, they'll be able to handle them a little later.
Chris Stapleton, strong move to the basket, 16-7 for Laurentian. He's way outside to Patterson.
very long pass that they tried to throw that time, and there's no need for it. I don't believe it. Penny Patterson tried to throw it too far.
7 turnovers for Regina and another substitution. Actually, another 2 substitutions for Laurentian. They've now played 10 players, and we're still in the first 8 minutes of this basketball game.
I think Peter Ennis has watched too much hockey, and he's playing different lines out there.
Another aggressive move to the hoop for Chris Stapleton. Last time he got the 2, this time it doesn't fall. Kingdon this time brings it up. Inside to Moore. Moore, beautiful feed inside. The best play that Regina has run so far. Diane Norman came all the way around the back. Excuse me, that was Jennifer Heek that came all the way around the back. And here Laurentian turns it over. Ball goes, and that was actually the first appearance for Stacey McPhail. So Regina now substituted. They played 8 players. Now that's more players than they played, I think, in the entire game against Calgary. And
That's right. I think Peter Ennis was looking for 7 players to play for Regina, and he thought if he got any deeper than that, he'd be in pretty good shape.
Here's Steve. Nice rebound by Moore. Moore way outside. She's been quiet so far. 1 for 3 from the field. Stapleton a little bit too aggressive on her, I believe, and she draws the foul. But that's one thing that Laurentian can afford to do. They can put players on Jackie Moore and be very physical with her and not worry about foul trouble because they've got such a deep bench.
Well, and Chris Stapleton has chased her outside. It may be part of the strategy for Regina for her to pop out a bit. I don't think she should be out there that much, and I don't think anybody wants her out there that much.
Now she works down low. She wants the ball, and they get it into her. This is where she's so tough, and that's the power move that you expect from her. 4 points now for Jackie Moore.
If she gets that ball in that paint, she is going to score points. She's either going to get fouled, or she's going to stick it up in there.
Dufois, number 5. Carolyn Swords. Swords drives and very nicely breaks through the middle of that usually tough Regina defense. To 11. Laurentian leading Regina. Nice drive by Vivian Kingdon. It won't fall, but the rebound pulled down by number 15, Stacey McPhail, but the foul is on McPhail.
And Stacey made a little bit of a push in there to get the ball. The official caught her. But it was a foul that coaches I don't think get upset about. She was chasing after the ball. She was a little too aggressive.
.52 to play in the first half. It's Diane Norman. Dufois, she's a good outside shooter. She takes it to the hoop for the first time, but she travels. Rebound so far, 8-6 in favor of Laurentian over Regina, but Regina gets it down low to Moore, and she'll have a 3-point attempt. Her 6th point, and she'll attempt for her 5th straight.
Look at that pass. Great pass inside, and once she gets it, she knows exactly what she wants to do with it. Not very fancy. She's not worried about what it looks like, but she's putting that ball up in there.
Well, she missed a foul shot, which she didn't do very often against Calgary. She's a terrific foul shooter. Becky Moore, nice pass down low to Diane Norman. Got it back inside to Nana Robinson, and it falls for her, and she'll have a 3-point attempt.
Pass back in. See, the passes are so important. She puts the ball down to get a better position, dinks it right in. I'm glad you're impressed with this young lady because she also has an Ottawa background, and I guess an awful lot of my coaching is just passed on.
Just the mere fact that you were in the area,
right? In the area, right. The presence. A little bit of bumping out here now.
Yeah, it starts to get a little bit more physical.
Yeah.
Jackie Moore has trouble, but gets it to Jennifer Heeg. Aaron Harvey. Jackie Moore
A bit of
comes.
a zone now. We're seeing a little bit of a zone.
Right, which Regina had a lot of trouble with against Calgary.
I don't think Regina's recognized it as such yet.
Well, they didn't do a good job against the zone against Calgary, and they almost lost the semifinal. They trail right now by 8.
Wake up, hey Canada, wake up, today is on McCain Day.
What's the secret of McCain's richer tasting juice? More oranges. McCain concentrates the juice of more oranges into every can. More than Minute Maid, more than Old South. So you have a special reason to buy McCain.
You bet I do.
It's like an extra squeeze of juice in every glass. So compared to Minute Maid and Old South, you have an extra reason to drink McCain.
You bet I do. Wake up to McCain.
You got a straight man? Are we getting anything out of it? Straight man, okay? Listen, we need some movement. You need Vees up. Get stacked and pop out. Hard cut. It's not there. We need some movement. We need some movement. Let's go. Okay, sorry.
Peter's got a couple of signals in there. I know they use signals from the bench, especially in the noise like this. I don't know what they really mean, but when he's talking about V'ing up, he's talking about driving. The offensive player drives towards the basket, not having the ball, and then makes a V cut coming right back.
Peter Ennis, Coach of the Year in the CIAU.
I don't think he's worrying there because he's in good shape. He's got a couple of points ahead.
A beautiful lob inside of Jackie Moore, but she and Penny Patterson were both there, and it was Moore that had to fight her for the ball. That was a good inbounds play by Regina.
Excellent play, and Jackie Moore just came back at it so strong. Let's take a look at it and see what's happened here. The official is over at the scores table. Let's see what happens. She turns right around and throws it over the rim. Now she's using that rim to protect herself. See what happens here. Look at this. Comes back in and lays the ball up. Let's see what we got out of it.
They didn't call it a shooting foul, which
No.
is kind of interesting. Looked like she was going up with the ball. Nevertheless, Regina trailing by 8. Vivian Kingdon. It won't fall for her, but there's Moore.
2-3 zone. The problem with Glenn is whether or not you rebound.
And there's
the weak side.
There's the tough left-hander, Penny Patterson.
That long rebound is what you got to worry about when you're in a zone, because it's tough to assign responsibility to box out on that weak side.
Good defense by Heeg, almost turns it over. And there is the turnover. So maybe there's a little change in the momentum of this game. 21-15, Laurentian opened up a quick early lead, but it's down to 6.
Another long pass.
Here's Penny Patterson. And Patterson, I believe, stepped on the baseline or she traveled. So
I think she changed feet out there. She may have done both.
Carolyn Swords brings the ball with 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Back into a zone, a little bit of a matchup zone. They're trying.
And she dribbled it off her foot. And Regina gets it. You see, the official does not take the ball on the inbounds there. Does not have to get it. So there are real fast break possibilities. In down low, and Nana Robinson fouls Jackie Moore. If she gets the ball down low, there's not much you can do. You're either going to foul her or she's going to get the good shot.
But again, remember now how many people that Laurentian has. They can afford the fouler down here. Now, the problem is that it builds up. It builds up the fouls so that they get into a bonus situation.
Now, I'm not sure whether the foul there was on Nana Robinson or Carolyn Swords.
No. Let's see if we can...
They both reached in. There's Moore, turn around, and she's fouled, and no, she traveled. They're having more success getting the ball into her, though.
That's right. And she's gotten out of that top of the key situation.
Defense by Penny Patterson.
Both Patterson and Moore do a good job defensively. They take advantage of their height in there.
Sandilands. Swords. Norman, it rolls on. And there's Stewart to pull it down, and very softly she puts it back for 2.
Remember again now, Regina was in their matchup zone. It looks a little bit like a man-to-man because they're trying to pressure the ball. But it also causes problems on those weak side rebounds.
Laurentian pressed that time Sue Stewart with the foul, but they're going to test Jennifer Heek to see whether she can bring it up, and Karen Harvey, same thing. Now, Regina did not face that kind of four-court pressure against Calgary in the semifinal. Harvey's shot is no good, and here's Norman with a rebound. 6:52 to play in the first half. 23-15, and Nana Robinson very nicely through the lane. That's her 8th point. Now it's Laurentian by 10. All the way across. Now, you don't like that long pass, do you?
I don't like it that far. That one was a little safer. It was a skip pass. It didn't work out.
Could have been that safe since they turned the ball over. Laurentian looks good right now. They lead by 10 in the championship game, and the CIAU will be right back.
Hi.
Yes, hi.
We're here to talk to you about fiberglass pink insulation.
The insulation used by millions of Canadians.
If you insulate your house with fiberglass pink insulation,
You'll stay warm,
you'll save money,
and you'll get a free pink neon freestyle ski jacket.
just like the one I'm wearing.
Buy 15 or more of these,
And get one of these.
Welcome back to Laval University, and here's how they got to the Final Four on Friday. These were the national quarterfinal games. Winnipeg defeated Western. Calgary beat Bishops. Regina was a winner, so was Laurentian, leading to the semifinals, which took place yesterday. And as you can tell by what happened today, or what's happening today, the semifinals were won by Regina and by Laurentian.
I think that's fairly obvious.
Are you saying I didn't need to point it out?
No, I didn't think you'd figure it out. That's a little bit of a 2-3 matchup zone again.
Swords outside, and she gets it to fall, and it's now 27-15. Another substitution. Louise Boulanger is in. I'm adding up the number of players that they've played, and that is, I believe, 11 or 12 players. And they try to lob to Patterson, but it's well over her head. And Regina's in real trouble right now. Robinson Swords, nice feed inside, and Norman, and she takes it strongly right in the face of Jackie Moore, and Moore couldn't do anything about it.
They couldn't get back in time, and if you don't get back everybody 5 players back, you're in trouble in any kind of a zone. Too fast a game for Regina, I believe, at this time.
Long pass to Deanne Schneer. Kingdon, oh, beautiful job on the rebound. She fought and worked hard, but she gets nothing for it. And look at the transition game for Laurentian. They pounded up the floor. Norman to Robinson, and she's fouled. They're calling it offensive foul.
A tough call. The official was right there. The key, though, let's take a little look and see how it happened.
Just watch how quickly Laurentian gets it up.
Now, here's a mistake, saving the ball down there where it's got to go to one for the court like this. Let's watch the move. I think we got a good call. I think we've got a good call. Problem for Laurentian is that is their 8th foul. They're now in a bonus situation. Regina could hurt them down the road.
Deanne Schneer looks to penetrate, and she lays it up, and they're going to call it. They're going to call it another charge.
Got another charge going the other way.
Well, you like to call on the other one.
Yeah, let's see this one. She turns the corner very well. Somebody waiting for her. Yeah. Somebody waiting there. You got to have both feet on the ground and not lean
I think she moved in as Schneer went up.
Well, all right. If Schneer left her feet, you can't move.
There's Martha Sandilands. 10-point run now for Laurentian. 31-15. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. This four-court pressure really a factor. Caused a lot of turnovers. Heeg, oh, nice pass down low to Penny Patterson, and she's fouled.
Patterson got fouled, but she didn't have her feet set right.
I noticed a couple of things. Number one, Regina is having trouble with that 4-4 pressure. As soon as they get the ball inbounds, about halfway, they're feeling some pressure. And the question is, do they have the ball handlers to do it? And the other thing is that fast break, Laurentian.
That's right. And they come off. The pressure defense tries to get a couple of steals, a couple of quick shots up there, and run it down the other end. They're playing a 1-2. I don't know whether Peter would call it a 1-2-1-1 or a 1-2-2 defense, where they try to trap the ball along the sidelines. Regina is trying to bring it up the middle where it should be weak.
Penny Patterson hits both foul shots. She now has 4 points in the game.
Very aggressive defense down here by Regina.
They lob it inside, and Jackie Moore, or was that Patterson that came away from the ball to do a good job? You mentioned that both Patterson and Moore played good defense. You saw both doing it right there. Good view of this Laval University gymnasium, and there Regina with a break as the ball wins the ball. This is Elizabeth Krefeld, number 6. He feeds it down low, but forced it into Penny Patterson. She was well covered by Chantal Saint-Martin.
That's right. It's a matter of being a little early instead of a little late. She had waited until Penny came out a little higher. She could have got the ball, turned around, and dumped it inside.
Patterson wins the tip. They do have tips in CIAU women's basketball. But Sword steals the ball. Louise Boulanger, nice feed inside of Norman. Kingdon pulls it down, and there's Patterson.
Dangerous save. You know, tipping the ball right back in there.
It worked out well. Krefeld. He has it slapped away and stolen away by Boulanger, but stolen right back.
That's an athletic feat.
Oh, Jackie Moore walked it at that time, and she knew it. 14-point lead for the Laurentian Lady Bees. They are the defending champions, and they look good right now. Right now, that is, to defend their title. We'll be right back.
Any day now, fate can give your car the hook. You have the right to choose who gets to work on it. Go for the best. The BASF Solid Gold Professionals. We are a national network of certified shops offering the exclusive Solid Gold refinish guarantee that covers you for 3 whole years. Look for the BASF Solid Gold sign. Our work is as good as gold. We guarantee it.
So this is what happened yesterday. The Saturday results went like this. Bishops was a winner over New Brunswick. Laval lost to Western Ontario. Those were the consolation round games. Regina was a winner over Calgary to advance to the final. Calgary led that game much of the way, but Regina came on strongly. Laurentian was a winner over Winnipeg. Winnipeg, by the way, led by 10 on Sunday, and this is the consolation round for 5th place. Western Ontario, an easy winner over New Brunswick. They placed 5th. The bronze medal game went to Calgary. They blew out Winnipeg. Winnipeg simply dispirited for this one, did not play a good basketball game, and they lost big. So the bronze goes to Calgary, but it's the gold medal that we're here to decide. I'm Michael Landsberg along with Jack Donahue, and this is the final. Laurentian versus Regina. Chantal Robinson has it fall. Yes, it does. And high fives all around. She's a national team player. Biggest player on the court at 6'3".
Peter Annis wants to keep her in the game. She hasn't been playing much. She's been in foul problems an awful lot during the tournament. But she's a key player to them, especially against the 2 big players from Regina.
Well, she hit a key 3, and they're now up by 17.
Man-to-man pressure, full court.
Chantal Robinson on Jackie Moore. There's a real battle going on down low at the left of your screen. And it's a travel on Vivian Kingdon. But I'll tell you, don't make the assumption that women's basketball isn't physical. Robinson and Moore are really going at it.
Well, you know, when they invented the game, they wanted it to be played by both men and women, and they wanted it to be played without any contact. And that's the only thing that hasn't changed from James Naismith's original idea of the game.
Short baseline jumper by number 12, Martha Sandilands, won't go. This time Moore is out in the high post. And it's Patterson down low. And they call a charge again.
Jackie Moore got herself set. She picked herself a good spot and just set herself up and picked up her foul. Very good play.
Look at Jackie Moore.
Yeah, trying to get position.
Well, this time she moved out from away from the basket, so you didn't have the same kind of intensity. Ball stolen away. It's a 2-3 zone for Regina, and it worked well that time. Good anticipation by Deanne Schmier. Quickly down low to Moore, and Moore can't get it to fall. Patterson with the rebound, but she's fouled. Vivian Kingdon really hasn't been involved in this offense at all.
No, she hasn't. And
Kingdon's a great three-point shooter.
She's a key player. She's coming down, sets up. Let's watch out of defense. Defense now is trying to come around her. A lot of hustle and bang, but she doesn't have a good position in there. And they get an awful lot of help from the weak side, which is what Peter Ennis and Laurentian had to worry about.
Now, you're getting that kind of weak side help. I guess the idea in theory is to kick it outside and let your outside shooters do it, but they haven't done that at all.
No, and the idea is that wherever that help came from is to try and get the ball there. If it comes from the other post player and that player doesn't move out to give you a good passing angle, you get no real advantage from it.
So it's recognition by the players.
Yes.
Stewart, three-point shot, no good. And quickly Regina pulls it up, and Stewart reached in there. No, she didn't. Called double dribble.
Whoa. He's a lot closer to you and I.
I don't know about a lot closer. We're pretty close.
That's right. We're right in on it.
Now, being close isn't necessarily everything. You've watched the baseball game. You know that? I assume you have.
Listen. I have to listen to those officials when we get out of here, Michael. Here we go. Here's the play. Ah, yes. Now I see what happened. She changed hands. Good call by the official. Boy, that was tough for me to say.
Oh, Robinson, nice pass to Stewart, and Stewart shows good hands on the tough pass. And there's Chantal Robinson. Or excuse me, Chantal Saint-Martin. She's certainly been much more active since she came back in. She started the game and sat out for 5 or 6 minutes. 1:32 to play in the first half. 36-18. So Patterson and Moore down low. And they run Kingdon all the way around the back, but she's well covered. Thought we might see a jump ball there, but it's traveling on number 12, Deanne Schmier.
You were talking with the people earlier that jump ball is probably going to go out of the women's rules next year. And it'll bring it more in conformity with basketball in North America.
Good help away from the ball there by Penny Patterson. She is a fine defensive player. 36-18, Laurentian tipped away again by Regina. A lot of turnovers in this game. 17 for Regina, 10 for Laurentian. I think in a lot of ways Laurentian is able to dictate this game because with all their substitutions, Regina's forced to go deeper into their bench, but they just don't have it.
And the turnovers for Regina, I think you can accept because they're going to play an up-tempo game. They're going to make a lot of mistakes. Pardon me, I should say for Laurentian. Regina's the one who's hurting most of all from those turnovers.
Well, they're playing players now that haven't played a lot in this tournament. Debbie Patterson has been forced to play 3 or 4 women that really haven't seen much tournament action.
And she's trying to find a combination out there that's not going to turn the ball over regularly. Because when they have gotten the ball into Jackie Moore...
Watch the feet of Deanne Schmier here. Watch her feet. Oh, you could see it. But she's the only player that I've seen who actually uses a set shot on the foul shot.
Instead of taking a little jumper at the foul line.
Yeah, most of the women use jump shots, even the big ones. We're under a minute to play. 55 seconds in the first half. 16-point lead, and they can cut it to 14, stolen by Stewart. And Stewart Misses and then fouls on the rebound.
A lot of hustle on the part of Stewart right there. This is a good play by everybody involved. Ball gets knocked loose, all right? She turns around, she pumps it up, makes the steal, goes up, gets it up in there, and then is a little too aggressive in chasing after the basketball. But I think an excellent play by this young lady.
That time, the jump shot of Jennifer Heeg is no good. And Diane Norman glances up at the clock. She sees 43 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, beautiful feed inside, and that time it falls. Very nice pass by Louise Boulanger.
What's the pressure now? Man-to-man pressure right now, but they're looking for a double-up if they get a chance. Switch on those exchanges on the side.
17 on the game clock, 13-12 on the shot clock. Moore way outside. Schmier this time with her left hand. It won't fall, and Kingman pulls it down, and she gets it the ball, and that will do it for the first half. But a fine first half for the Laurentian Lady Vees. They led right from the start, and they lead by 16, and they really had it their way. They dictated the course of that first half. Well, the second half is to come, and we've got some business to do before then. Stay with us. This is the CIAU Women's Final. It's Laurentian on their way to defending their title right now.
This sports update is brought to you by Petro-Canada, dealers and agents committed to Canadians.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back live to the TSN Control Center. I'm Gino Reda. We'll send you back to Quebec City for second half action momentarily of the Ladies University Basketball Championships. But first, let's go to the Men's Curling Championships. The Labatt Prior, Hamilton's Cobb Coliseum, Alberta against Saskatchewan. Game tied at 2 in the fourth end. Randy Wojtowicz, the skip of the Saskatchewan rink, retakes the lead with a great shot, knocking out the Alberta Stone, counting 3-2 Saskatchewan after 4 ends. On to the sixth end now. Still 3-2 Saskatchewan. Randy Wojtowicz wants to put his rock behind the Alberta Stone of the 8-foot, but his rock comes up well short. And Kevin Martin has the wide open draw for 4, and he makes it. The Stone holds the 12-foot. Alberta takes 4 and led 6-3 after 6 ends of play. On to the seventh end now, and more trouble for Saskatchewan, with Alberta sitting 2, and Randy Wojtowicz with the hammer. He has the easy takeout for 1, but again he comes up way short. Alberta steals 2 and leads 8-3. Saskatchewan gets 1 back, but that's as close as they would come as Kevin Martin throws his last rock in the 9th end through the house. Wojtowicz concedes, and Alberta wins the 1991 Labatt Prior. And incidentally, Kevin Martin becomes the first man ever to win the World Junior Championships and then go on to win the Labatt Prior. Quick break, and then we'll send you back to Quebec City.
This fragile beauty is worth protecting, and we're helping protect it with Petro-Canada Purity, a product which dramatically reduces a dioxin source in pulp and paper bleaching. It's not the final answer, but it is a real part of our commitment to a cleaner Canada. Petro-Canada, committed to Canadians.
This is a great place to visit at this time of year. Some great skiing during the winter in Quebec City. It's a great place to be here today. 38-22 Laurentian over Regina. And it's also a place that will be a great deal in the near future. We've got the men's volleyball final next week, 3 o'clock Eastern time. It's the CIU men's volleyball final. Then the Memorial Cup hockey begins in Quebec City as well on May the 11th. We'll have a number of games, including the final Sunday, May the 19th. What a great final there was last year from Hamilton. We hope this year's will be as good, and we hope you'll join us for the final game and for volleyball and a lot of good things happening from Quebec City. The best thing that's going on right now, of course, is the women's basketball final. It's all Laurentian. Somehow, Regina's going to have to figure out a way to get the ball to their big players. They're attempting to do that right now. It's halftime in Saint-Foy.
Set, fight.
Why does one person excel above all others? Is it motivation, raw talent, desire? Is it personal satisfaction, intelligence, luck? There's no magic formula, and there's really no secret. But there is Soloflex. Because Soloflex is designed and engineered with one thing in mind, your body's needs. And we've created the finest, most complete, and simplest system to attain those needs. With Soloflex, the reward is yours. For a free brochure, call anytime.
Says it all.
Are they tough enough? The future stars of professional hockey make their mark today on TSN. CHL hockey, hard-hitting, wide-open hockey. Everything's on the line, and every game counts on draft day. If you want to be part of some great beginnings, join us Sunday night as the Sudbury Wolves take on the Ottawa 67. CHL hockey at TSN. Real TV.
1 year ago, the national final at the University of Toronto. It's a matchup of the Laurentian Lady Vees against the Calgary Dinosaurs. The Dinosaurs had won 69 games coming into this one. They were heavily favored, but in the end, it was the balance of the Laurentian Lady Vees, the ability to play 10, 11 players who could contribute, and they pulled off the shock of the year in women's basketball. Laurentian wins the national title 1 year ago over Calgary. It was a tough battle last year. It has been a lot easier so far. We're at Laval University in Sainte-Foy, Quebec. 38-22 Laurentian over Regina. At the half, I'm Michael Landsberg along with Jack Donahue, and Laurentian has been even better than expected. They played 11 players in that first half, and that's really got to leave you in good situation for the second half, considering the fact that they should be just as strong.
Well, that's right, and Regina, of course, is not used to playing that many players. They're in a hole because of it. Not only that, they're down in the score. They've got an awful lot to do to make sure that they don't get involved in a rout in the second half.
It's got to be very difficult for a team like Regina. Laurentian was trailing at the half yesterday by 10 against Winnipeg, yet they came back and won by 14. Now, Regina knows that. The time to beat them was early on, and they have not done it so far.
No, they've got to jump on them early, because one of the problems with Laurentian has always been a slow start, and they have worried about it. They didn't get off to a slow start. They established the tempo they wanted. They're in very, very good shape.
Okay, first half highlights. What do you have, Jack?
Well, we've got one, first of all, that Regina runs. And they run a nice little play, and if they ran this again, Vivian Kingdom has the ball now, takes it across to the side, and you'll see Jackie Moore pop up from down along the bottom. Here she comes up, and she gets the ball, and if we'll just hold it right there. Now you can see Jennifer Hegg. If you look right over the referee's head, you can see Jennifer Hegg making a cut off one of the screeners, and she's going to get the ball underneath. Very, very good play. Good spread out team. Look, at none of the gold team can get in close to the basket. This is what Regina has got to do. If we can continue now, run it through, and you'll see a great play here. She's got that. Now, she better make that shot, or else we're all in trouble. But that's the kind of play that they need. They've spread out the court. They haven't rushed anything. They brought the ball inside. We know that they're going to bring the ball into 14 and 13 to their big guns, but what they've got to do is get some points out of some of the other players.
Okay, I know you've got a Laurentian highlight for us now.
We certainly do, and this is a great one. Here, if we watch, we see what is a typical backdoor. Pass gets thrown in from the top of the key. Here's the pass. You see the pivot man comes out, gets that basketball, kicks it in here. Now, the shot is not made, all right? She's got that ball, she pumps it up and doesn't make the shot, but let's watch for the offensive rebound. What we were worried about, the ball gets battered away, and look what we have here. A little bit of a jump shot, and again, Laurentian is on the scoreboard. They had a great backdoor play, which is traditional, old-fashioned basketball, and then, of course, they followed up the rebounds, and that's the... we saw it earlier on. with the zones that we had, we saw where people were getting boxed, didn't get boxed out on that weak side. You know, shot it go, it would go long, and there wouldn't be somebody to box out. Those are some of the problems that we're having in the game.
Regina's really having difficulty considering the fact that Jackie Moore was basically carrying them 35 points a game on average. She's well under even half of that for the first half. How are they going to get her the ball? Or I guess the other side is if they can't get it to her, what can they do?
Well, first of all, they are getting her the ball, but they don't get it to her often enough because there's so many turnovers in that. How many did they have, Michael? I mean, 20 maybe? No, I mean, I know we're
being tabulated right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I got jumped ahead. My mind works so quickly.
Unbelievably quickly.
We have
yes.
17 of
17
I think about
turnovers,
17.
Yes. I saw you glance
now.
down there, yes.
I got it from our fabulous scorekeeper here. But the idea of 17 turnovers turns into, if you look at it, that's 34 points minimum that you give up in the game. And they can't afford to do that. Those half of those 32 points would put them right back in the game.
That'd be maximum, wouldn't it?
No, 32 points. I went, well, here, no. If you shoot 50%, which a lot of teams do, that means that every time you have the ball, it's worth a point. They shoot 50%. Every time they get the ball, it's worth a point. So every turnover is worth 2 points.
I think I understand that.
That's, yes. Stay with it, Michael. Stay with it.
Okay, so Laurentian dictates the flow of the first half. They've got the fresh legs. They run the ball up and down the court. I don't know if there's a way for Regina to try to slow it down.
Well, it's not a matter of slowing it down. They've got to attack that zone, which they're trying to do, but they've got to cut down as turnovers. Turnovers is what's killing them right now.
Well, it certainly killed them in the first half. 17 turnovers. Jack says that leads to a minimum of 34 points, and it looks pretty good on the scoreboard right now for the Laurentian Lady Vees. They're on their way to defending the title. At least they did very well over the first half. 38-22 is the score. Laurentian leads at the half, and we'll be back to Laval right after this.
There are two kinds of people in the world. Those who want to know.
Harvey, these light-to-light dinners give us their cholesterol and fat levels.
And those who don't.
Delicious.
To those who want to know.
It's right here on the front.
Light to Light puts it out front.
Where we can see them.
For those who don't want to know. Light to Light simply tastes better than ever. McCain Light to Light. The information's on the outside. The taste is on the inside.
Ever notice some of the best-looking people still have belly bulge? Sit-ups, leg lifts, and rocking around on the floor don't work.
Medical investigations have proven that these type of sit-up exercises require back motion that can cause injury to the spine.
Then how do I get my stomach into shape?
Introducing Abflex, a scientific breakthrough that allows safe abdominal development without back strain. A 3-minute Abflex workout produces better results than 500 sit-ups. Simply expand and contract your stomach muscles against 12 resistance settings to develop all stomach muscles simultaneously.
Just 3 minutes a day, and I've lost 2 inches off my waist.
Can Abflex firm my bottom?
Yes, with this exclusive back and glute attachment, simply tilt and press your back and buttocks into shape. Order Abflex and instruction booklet for only $34.95 and receive the back and glute attachment at $9.95 value free. Here's how to order. Call 1-800-561-2612. That's 1-800-561-2612. Or send just $34.95 plus handling. 30-day money-back guarantee.
To many of us, our perception of natives is restricted to Oka and Kanawagi. Well, recently we traveled across the country and discovered a new world. We discovered the world of native hockey, a world that is filled with the same dreams and aspirations as those of a white society. But those dreams and aspirations, the road that leads to them, can be very different for a native person. Is hockey a white man's game? Find out. Watch For the Love of the Game. Real life on TSN.
Welcome back to Quebec City. That's a good look at the heart of Quebec City. We're about 10 miles away from that at Laval University in Saint-Foy, Quebec, and this is the home of the National Basketball Championship Tournament. The tournament has come down to this, Laurentian against Regina. In terms of field goals in the first half, look at the percentage for Laurentian. Regina's under 50%. Laurentian, that's about 78%, I believe. 16 for 21. Jackie Moore averaging 35 points a game, just 3 for 8 for 38%. So clearly Laurentian is shooting better, and the team that shoots better, certainly at 78%, is usually going to win, and Laurentian is having it their way right now. They lead this national championship 38-22, and they are 1/2 away from defending their title, something that has been very tough to do in the CIAU over the years.
Set, fight.
Why does one person excel above all others? Is it motivation? Raw talent? Desire? Is it personal satisfaction? Intelligence? Luck? There's no magic formula, and there's really no secret. But there is Soloflex. Because Soloflex is designed and engineered with one thing in mind: your body's needs. And we've created the finest, most complete, and simplest system to attain those needs. With Soloflex, the reward is yours. For a free brochure, call anytime.
Most of us would like to have life insurance so we can leave something behind for our loved ones. But by the age of 50, we think it'll be too difficult and too expensive to get insurance.
They have the high blood pressure. They're bound to fail the medical.
With Norwich Union's guaranteed life insurance plan, if you're between 50 and 75, your acceptance is guaranteed, with no medical exam and no health questions. Your insurance can cost as little as $20 a month. Depending on your age and the premium you choose, you could be covered for up to $25,000. In case of accidental death, your benefit triples, up to $75,000. Call this toll-free number now for your free personal enrollment kit. You're under no obligation, and no salesperson will come to your home. Call 1-800-263-9899. An operator is standing by to take your call now. That's 1-800-263-9899. Ask for operator 203.
Welcome back. Head-to-head in terms of the leading scorers. Moore has 6 points, Robinson 7, but Moore has got to score a lot more than 6.5 if Regina is going to have any success. Nana Robinson, an outstanding, particularly early part of the first half. She leads all scorers with 7 points. And to give you an idea of how balanced this Laurentian team is: Robinson with 7, Stewart, Norman, Sword, Sandilands with 6, and Saint-Martin with 5. They can all score, and they all did in the first half.
Jackie Moore's got to get almost half her team's points, whereas Nana does not. She's just got to get her share.
And right away, Laurentian takes it quickly to the basket. That was Carolyn Swords. Regina trails it by 16 at the half. Laurentian's been a great come-from-behind team. We don't know if Regina has that ability, although they did yesterday against Calgary in the semifinal. Calgary led it by 12 or 13 at one time.
Laurentian starting off man-to-man.
And I should tell you that even in women's basketball, the term man-to-man is acceptable.
Listen, when I'm at home, my daughter Carol makes me call the mailman person. In real trouble.
Well, person-to-person might refer to your phone call as opposed to the defense. Vivian Kingman attempted a three-point shot back down at the other end. She was very quiet in the first half. I'm sure that that's something that Coach Patterson wants to see, is at least her put some shots up.
She did an unbelievable job over the last 2 games playing great defense, but that's not what they need today. They need some production. The way it's going right now, they're going to get a 40-point game.
Inside to Nana Robinson, and Robinson puts it up. Boy, she can get the ball away quickly. I thought Moore and Patterson were both in position, but he got it up too quickly.
Outstanding athlete, and as you say, learning this game and learning very, very quickly.
Swords does the splits and kicks the ball out of bounds. 18-point lead for Laurentian. We're just underway in the second half of this national final in the CIAU. We'll have the men's final, 2 semifinals in the final next week from Halifax. And here's Patterson. She is a left-hander. That's her natural way, and she missed it, but Moore ties up Robinson, and they'll jump it.
It's a little bit more control than I know it's only been 2 times down the court, but it's a little bit better for what Regina expects out of this game.
Jennifer Heath outside to Karen Harvey. Kingdon forces it down low to Moore, but there's Saint-Martin on the double team with Robinson. And Stewart pulls down the rebound. Thought maybe she'd be called for traveling.
That's right. She knew what she had to do.
And traveling at the other side.
Called it early, that's all.
On Diane Norman. Jennifer Heath gets it into Moore. I've actually eaten his way out. And Heeg is fouled by Swords. Carolyn Swords' second personal foul. First team foul in the second half. They go into the bonus on the 8th. 2 timeouts per team.
They don't save any from the first half.
Can't carry them over. Can't take them with you, so to speak, into the locker room. Here's Harvey. Smooth. She has the good jump shot, but she's off target there, and Norman pulls down the rebound. And here comes Swords. 18-point lead for Laurentian as they look to defend their title. Martin slapped away by Heeg.
With bringing it in. No out-of-bounds play. Just want to run their regular offense.
Stolen by Heeg. But Laurentian does a good job hustling back. Saint-Martin did a very nice job. Foul by Stewart. Saint-Martin, the biggest player on the court, hustled back there and took away the advantage from Heeg.
Very good. We've seen a lot of good change of direction out here. You know? Let's watch the pass. The pass right across. You got to look and see. Holding the ball up over your head like that is a giveaway that you're going to pass, but she does a great job coming back. I think probably prevents the basket.
Jennifer Heeg goes to the line for 2 shots. Watch her feet. She, like virtually every other player, except for one, goes with a jump shot.
She left her feet again, but she didn't listen to you, and she missed it. That's it.
Swords outside to Norman. Norman at 6'1.5" is bigger than any of the players on Regina, and yet she's not nearly the biggest player on this Laurentian team. A much larger team than Regina has out there right now. Inside of Nana Robinson, they had her fronted and in the back as well. A double team with Schmier and Moore.
Yeah, let's see who that foul is on here, because certainly Jackie Moore doesn't believe it's on her. All right, so they're leaning on each other, and then there's the contact. A tough one, and I guess the call was on Jackie Moore.
Moore and Robinson really going at it. Inside of Chantal Saint-Martin, and she has developed a very nice short jump shot. Biggest player on the court at 6'3". She's a 5th-year player looking for her 2nd straight title. What a great way to go out.
A little bit of a pop out there. Now they've got it. That's the kind of a move that they've got to get going. But you've got to get them and take their time and just go at them. They're down 17. There's plenty of time. 17 points, 17 minutes.
You sound like a coach. I can see you saying to your players, hey, we're down 17, but we've got 17 minutes.
And you get them in 1s, 2s, and 3s. That's
Saint-Martin, 2nd straight jump shot is good, and Chantal Saint-Martin with 9 points in the game.
Thing is, got to shut down. They've established a little bit better offense here, Regina, but they've got to shut down the other team.
Patterson put it up. It wouldn't go, but it does for Jackie Moore, and a 3-point attempt to follow.
Nice pass inside. Let's watch it. Pumps, kicks it up. Rebound again. Jackie Moore shakes off a few people and whacks it up. She took about 2 people up there with her.
Did you see her face? Watch next time down the court when she gets the ball down low. Her mouth is open. She's yelling. She's grimacing. She knows how to draw a foul. She wasn't acting there.
No, but she remind the referee what's going on. Full court press.
The first time that we've seen it for Regina. Nice anticipation there.
Looked like a 1-2-2 zone. Don't know. They match up. So it's hard to tell between that and a man-to-man. They're backing up to half court now. It looks like they'd like to. Playing a little bit of a zone right now. Trying to pick up the ball at half court.
And it counters right away with Tracy Phelps, number 4, a good ball handler. So puts in a smaller lineup now to maybe handle the ball a little bit better under the pressure. Saint-Martin has it slapped away.
She's got to take it to the goal. She did.
She did with the right hand, but it wouldn't fall. Here's Moore with the rebound.
Good play, Jackie Moore.
Straight point for Jackie Moore.
par Laurentian.
And Laurentian takes a timeout wisely. The lead has been cut to 14 points. Jackie Moore with 7 straight points. Deanne
Here's
Schmier,
the play
number 12.
now. Knocked around. Now, see, she's got the ball. Doesn't it? Big people should keep the ball off the floor. Here's the play. Now, she's got to take the ball to the goal. Doesn't get the basket up in there. Kicks around, and there's that rebound again as Jackie Moore pumps it up and gets whacked. Does she get fouled? No, I guess it's a timeout on it.
All we got was "Let's do it" from Debbie Patterson. They've been doing it the last couple of minutes. The lead is down to 14. You get the feeling this is the pivotal point. This is their chance for a run.
The problem here, of course, is the fatigue. How much does it take out of you to bring it back? And once you get there, they're not there yet. They're not near it there yet. But if they do bring it down, it takes an awful lot out of them.
Peter Ennison. Ennis has put in the ball handlers to try to break this press.
It's 1-2-2 zone, and they try to trap her.
And they didn't do it. Now Laurentian, very familiar with the running game. I thought she'd be called for traveling there. She took about 4 steps.
You bet your life, and the coach is up. But Debbie Patterson wants to hear about walking. She's right down in the referee's face. She's stepping in front of. She's in between, and she's got a legitimate call. She thinks there's a walk there, and that's not a young lady that does a lot of yelling of officials.
Dufelt's shot is no good, and Regina turns it over again. Fast break. They'll get the easy basket, and the lead is down to 12. Deanne Schmier, not a starter, but a veteran on this team, trying to play back into form after surgery, and she's looked good so far.
Need a little bit of control now. Somebody's got to take control of the team out here.
See if they go down low to Saint Martin. She and Moore really battling it out. Slapped away, and they'll get another easy 2. Deanne Schmier should get the easy 2 at least.
And got a block. Kicked back in.
And Deanne Schmier can't believe that she didn't draw a foul.
That's right. Let's take a look at it ourselves. But referee was right in there. We're all blocked out from this. Nice duck. She reaches in behind, knocks it, comes down. Now, you see now, that high dribble cost her a step or 2. She tries to lean in. Sounded like a foul. That's what one of the players said.
Vivian Kingdon's 3-point attempt is no good. Laurentian will slow it down. Regina deviates from the press, but they get a turnover there, and they did. And here's Schmier, and it's over her head. But, you know, every coach always says, we'll come back with our defense, and that's what Regina is doing right now. They've come back with defense. They've cut it to 12. We'll see if they can cut it further when we return.
For all the driving hazards winter may throw your way, we introduce the new full-time four-wheel drive Subaru Legacy. Because you can't control the conditions you drive in, we make sure you can control the car. The Subaru Legacy is renowned for its legendary full-time four-wheel drive. So when the weather goes to the dogs, your Subaru comes to the rescue.
Stay down. Okay? Let's get back some flow. Okay? Let's go.
I think one key substitution. I think we see Swords out there now. See, yes, she is out there. She's one of the players who can control. You know, that point guard type. They were looking for some control, some quarterback out there. Let's see how Regina handles it. 1-3-1. Probably the matchup.
Very small team on the floor for Laurentian right now.
It's their matchup for Regina. Trying to keep this tempo is in their favor right now.
And they should get a jump ball, and they do. Vivian Kingdon and Martha Sandilands. But if you look at the players that are out there for Laurentian, it's the smallest team that they've had out there so far. Tracy Phelps is only 5'9". Louise Boulanger is only 5'6".
So if that ball goes inside for Regina, it's going to be a problem.
And Carolyn Swords is 5'9".
For Laurentian. That timeout helped the Laurentian team. He was worried about too many timeouts helping the team, you know, helping Regina because of the fatigue problem.
He turns it over, and here comes Swords. Here's where the size should be an advantage, running the floor. And they draw a charge. Good play by number 12, Deanne Schmier, to establish position. 4th foul.
I think we'll see Coach Peter Ennis is up, talking to Swords. Swords is out now. Carolyn Swords is out. I don't think he wanted. He probably would have liked if she held up there. She's a very good player, controls that team. That's what they needed right then. They didn't need her to take the ball all the way to the basket.
Three-point shot is no good, but there's Moore with the rebound.
Yep.
Take that Patterson. Penny Patterson with the rebound, one of the two 6'1" players inside. And the lead is down to 10. See what kind of poise Laurentian has. They work the perimeter. Stewart slapped away by Schmier, who's just playing outstanding defense now, Jack. The last 5 or 6 times down the court, she's ended up with the ball.
That's right. Done a great job in knocking it loose.
Schmier now has the ball baseline, 15-foot shot, no good. Rebounded by Heeg, but she stepped on the baseline.
Tremendous hustle coming out here. And they've got plenty of time. They've got their 10 points, but they got 13 minutes. The thing is whether or not the fatigue factor will settle in here now.
Anna Robinson back in the game, so it's a bigger lineup now for Peter Ennis. 13-24, 10-point lead. Regina almost stolen away by Vivian Kingdon. And a foul, I believe it was on, is it on Penny Patterson?
12, number 12.
Deanne Schmier.
Yes.
Well, this is Debbie Patterson's time to climb back in this game. She's cut it to 10.
Got to hold them here. Tough one here.
And they've done it with defense, and they continue to. They really haven't established much in their half-court offense, but when they turn it over, that's where they've got their points. Here's Schmier going up against the bigger Robinson, but Moore pulls it down, and it won't fall. Oh, she wanted that.
Great play. Great defensive play down the other end.
6 fouls now on Laurentian, which means that, and this is key, Regina zeroing in on the bonus situation. Regina only 3 fouls, so they've got some to play with. And they may want to play with that. You can see that Jackie Moore improving, and so too is the score. 10-point lead, 44-34.
She's got a chance now to bring it down. She's a very good foul shooter, which is the kiss of death to talk about it.
Well, she is a good foul shooter, but she's just... But there's the rebound by Patterson. She misses. Kingdon got the easy rebound and the easy 2, so that worked out very well. Full court press. 1-2-2. And a blocking foul on Deanne Schmier. That's Schmier's second foul. 1-2-2 zone press defense.
Yes.
What should Laurentian be looking to do to break that?
To break that, they've got to bring the ball to the middle. 1-2-2 usually is looking to trap up the sidelines. They seem to be trying to dribble it up an awful lot. And if you have the right people, you can dribble up against anything. It remains to be seen whether or not those are the right people to do it.
Shot is off, and there's Moore with the rebound. And now they can bring it down to 6. 12:25 to play in the basketball game, but there's a turnover. And they'll turn it right back the other way as Diane Norman seemed to get confused as to where Sue Stewart was going to go. And a reminder to stay tuned immediately following this basketball game, the championship final for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you by National Trust. Welcome back to Laval University in Saint-Foy, Quebec. A 3-point shot by Vivian Kingdon, and the lead is down to 5. This game has turned around, and I keep getting back to it because of Regina's defense.
That's right. They've come out and they've played good defense half court, but more important, they've moved up. Let's take a look at that last shot that was outstanding. Moved the ball. They kicked the ball out to the outside, swing it around to the weak side. Right? Kicked out, and that's one of the things Jackie Moore has been doing better and better, is when she gets that ball, been able to kick it out to the right people.
Stewart watches it do a little lap around and then falls, so the lead is up to 6. And now 7.
Let's see now. Laurentian up. Looks like 2-2-1. Again, try to trace him down. That's what they're looking for, that trap. They go to the middle and break it a bit.
Those 3 foul shots broke a string of 12 straight points. Here's Moore, turnaround jump shot. It won't fall, but there's Kingdon. Left hand, good.
They've got their last 6 points on offensive rebounds.
And their last 7 points have been scored by Vivian Kingdon. Is this game ever swinging? And, you know, Laurentian, the team that turned the ball over so few times in the first half, now is turning it over almost every time down the floor.
If Laurentian doesn't come up with a basket the next time down, we're going to see a timeout. I'm sure it is.
Kingdon, second straight three-point attempt, no good. I notice it's the work largely of Teague and Schmier, the 2 guards playing up in the zone defense.
Well, they're the benefit of the defense, because even if they knock it loose in the back, they're the ones that come up with the ball.
Stewart outside, good for 3.
Big play, big play. She's a tough young lady, and made a very, very important play. They really needed that.
And look at Laurentian pound the ball up the floor, but they don't do it very well there.
I think now that we're seeing Regina get in a little fatigue situation where they're making very poor decisions.
Turnovers in the second half. Laurentian's turned the ball over 10 times to just 2 for Regina. Here's Moore, and she dishes off. Slapped away, nice rejection by Stewart, right in the face of Jennifer Heeg. St. Martin good, and she has been perfect with that little jump shot. In the paint, she has been deadly. 11 points now, 6 in the second half. And the lead is back to 10. Penny Patterson reached in nicely by Martha Sanderland. She slapped it away.
Well, you know, it's that old thing, when you're hot, you're hot. And they were hot and didn't capitalize on it. They came right back, very strong, but I think they just got tired trying to get back down under 10. Took so much out of them. Now they've made a few poor decisions out here. See how they handle it from now on in. They still have time.
Very nice pass to Jackie Moore, but she missed the easy one.
Great play.
Goes out of bounds. I'm not sure who's going to get it. It will be Regina. Peter Ennis' team looking to defend their title. They lead by 10.
Enter the Diet Coke Star Series and test your skills against national pace setters like Ken Reed. Skiers and snowboarders of any age or ability can compete at Vees resorts. A special handicapping system measures your skill, and if you achieve pace setter status, you qualify for the National Pace Setters Race at Whistler Mountain, April 14th, 1991. Get details from the ski school at participating resorts.
Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
Diet Coke Star Series, just for the fun of it.
Here's what you're looking for if you're a coach. Here's exactly what Laurentian. Pass, tough pass inside. The player's too small, gets knocked loose. Watch that save. Holy mackerel. She grabs that ball. Now here we come down. Now a little bit of control. See, this is what Laurentian is looking for. She pulls it back out. A very smart move. Kicks it around. Ball goes to the weak side. And now we've got the ball dumped in for the little jumper. And that's what Peter Ennis is looking for.
That's a tough thing for a lot of players to do, isn't it? To pull the ball down. You're running the floor to stop and say, okay, we'll set it up.
Well, and I think the fact that this man who's on camera right now has made all those substitutions, he has fresh players in there all the time.
Regina, 7 offensive rebounds in the second half. One of the ways that they climb back in, they need one. Well, they don't need one here. 3-point shot and a huge one for Deanne Schmier.
Regina makes a very high percentage of their long shots if the ball comes from Jackie Moore. Because Jackie Moore brings the defense in, kicks it out, gives them that little bit of time to get that long shot off.
Baseline is good. Martha Sandilands, and that's a big one to answer the tray from Regina. 9:01 to play in the basketball game. Four-court pressure. But broken nicely by Regina. Now they get the double team and slapped away.
You know, the one thing is that Laurentian's got great fans here. They're making an awful lot of noise. I think it was a non-partisan crowd. Wouldn't be much cheering for them. They don't do anything spectacular. They do it in a very journeyman-like manner. They just go at it very, very hard and score a lot of points.
I believe that's Journey Person-like manner.
I guess so. I guess so. Here we go.
Now watch how they get the ball to Jackie Moore here. Well, we didn't see the pass in, but
Here's Jackie takes that. But here comes in. Patterson grabs that rebound and gets grabbed on the way out.
16 fouls on Laurentian, 5 on Regina. Patterson
again.
You notice that she is a natural left-hander. That can give defenses problems, can it?
Well, early on it might have, but they've scouted it pretty well. I'm sure they've discussed it. The problem is that Regina gets all their points off offensive rebounds, and that's one of the things Laurentian's got to be worried about. Offensive rebounds lead to easy shots and fouls.
St. Martin, rare miss, but she gets a second opportunity. It was in, but it came out. And a 7-point lead for Laurentian. She's been a real star for Regina. Kingdon. Fronted nicely by Twine. It's turned over. And here's Tracy Phelps. And Phelps is fouled from behind by Jackie Moore.
No foul. It's got no foul on it.
Deanne Schmier is
down. She's all right, though. She's just a little bang on it. Let's take a look at that, Michael. We'll get a good look and see how. All right. Here's the pass. Pass, just a blind pass. Might have been a set play. Let's watch the tremendous hustle. Look at the two of them down there. Patterson is, I mean, you expect backcourtman to be back. Patterson is a big player. She was underneath the basket, came all the way back.
She was. I'm still a little bit shocked that there was no foul on that play.
Well, you're not half as shocked as Peter Ennis. Yeah. He's even mentioned it to the officials.
St. Martin misses, but now they get the foul. And it will go on Jackie Moore. No, it was Deanne Schmier.
All right.
She wasn't anywhere near the play. And Debbie Patterson doesn't like that. That's 3 on Schmier.
That's a big thing. I mean, the coach is worried about who the foul is on. Normally, she'd rather have it on a small player, but not if Jackie Moore's got fouls to give.
St. Martin misses, and there's Moore with the rebound. 7:39 to play.
Just a little over the shoulder. Now they try and pop it out, and now try and stick it underneath.
Kingdon three-point attempt is good.
Oh!
Her second three-pointer in the last 5 minutes, and she's come alive. A 5-point lead for Laurentian. Stewart inside of St. Martin. Baseline for Nana Robinson, and it slides off the iron. And there's Vivian Kingdom. She's really come alive.
Vivian Kingdom has got a bundle of rebounds. She did a great job defensively. They need rebounds and points out of her tonight, and that's what she's doing for them.
I can't believe they were able to get it to Moore. She was fronted by Chantal St. Martin, but still a perfect lob pass. And the lead is down to 3. Robinson stolen away by Heeg. And he slows it up.
Good sense now. They want to use those big players if they can. Pop it out. She looks underneath and goes to the weak side.
Here comes the three-point attempt by Deanne Schmier.
Not a bad play. That's the way they play their game. That's the shot they're looking for.
Hard to believe that was for the tie. It's a 3-point lead for Laurentian. 6:20 to play. Chantal St. Martin, the rolling left-hander's no good, but she did a good job to keep it alive. Good ball movement here around the perimeter. Stewart with the shot. It was a 3, no good. Patterson pulls it down.
Patterson has run this court as hard as anyone in the backcourt men. Came off her leg. Tough play. More fresh troops in there.
3 substitutions right there. And
2.5. He sent one back on again.
Regina doesn't have that luxury. And
they can't afford it.
You know, you talk about Penny Patterson and what she's done. She's played the entire basketball game.
See, 2-3 zone, a little bit of a matchup. Not as aggressive as it was earlier. But they're still looking to step into passing lanes. Whoa.
Diane Norman for 2. It's now a 5-point lead.
Shot probably that they had to give, but Laurentian made it. More power to them.
Kingdon fouled by Norman. I believe that's the 7th. The 7th foul. The next one they'll be in the bonus.
That's right. So we'll have 5.5 minutes of bonus shooting. Well, they're in it already.
I guess they're in it now, so it'll be 1-1.
Mike McAdam, our super statistician, must have missed one along there.
No, actually, he was going 1-1. I was the one who said that.
I can't believe he'd make a mistake, or you either.
It is hard to believe. She makes the front end. And it's a 4-point lead. Well, I did not think that this would happen. I thought Laurentian would walk.
I was very concerned at halftime, same as you.
Concerned in the sense that we weren't looking for a blowout, not that we care who wins. Laurentian gets it up a lot faster this time. Now they slow it. Just over 5 minutes to play in regulation. Norman, nice job to shut down the passing lane, as you say, by Moore.
Whoa!
But there's Sue Stewart with a very soft jump shot.
She's really come out. They say she's a streaky. I don't think she's a streaky player. She may be a streaky shooter. I haven't seen that young lady have a bad game in 2 years.
Moore gets her own rebound. It won't fall. There's Patterson hustling to keep it alive.
Again, those offensive rebounds are hurting Laurentian.
Oh, nice drive by Heeg, but it won't fall for her. Great opportunities there for Regina.
Very tough shot, though. She didn't have a good shot. I mean, again, she's playing a great basketball game. Would have been nicer if she held it out. But it's much easier to make that decision from here than it is out on the court.
Look at Penny Patterson working under there. I mean, she may not lose this game. She may end up losing it, but she will not give an inch right now. What a finish we anticipate. It's a 5-point lead for Laurentian. We'll be back right after this.
So what do you guys want to watch? There's a documentary about department stores.
Nah, no way. How about this news special on Canadian unity?
You know, wait a second, guys. You know, we can learn something. There's a retrospective on Reagan's term in office we could watch.
Ooh. Yeah, there's nothing good on.
Any television listing can tell you what's on. But to find out what's what, turn to TV Guide, Canada's #1 television authority.
Hey, the Prime Minister's going to address the nation.
Wow. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, but make sure nobody's coming into the foul line. Just exchange quickly, and then go back inside, okay?
I know you can relate to this. I got to believe that a coach earns his or her money right now. National championship, close basketball game, 5 points. Coach can make the difference.
Well, the money that the coach is making at CIAU, he earned his money a long time ago. But you're right. And this is what the coaches are here for, including Debbie. Debbie wants to be here. This is the place the coaches want to be.
In this kind of game, were you almost in a trance? You're so into it.
Pardon me? Trance? Yeah, but you got to remain a little bit aloof so that you can make some decisions. Most decisions are made from experience. You've done it 50 times. Some of them have to be made right now. And both coaches now are trying to figure out, Peter is trying to figure out how much do we have. Debbie is trying to figure out what do we need.
That was the 4th foul on Deanne Schmier. She's had a great second half. Great entire basketball game, but now she's in foul trouble.
She can't afford to back up, though, because part of their game is to get that basketball.
And Sue Stewart hits her second straight basket.
Right at that.
Well, that is a nice drive. She has great ability, and she was strong early in the game, and she's strong to wrap it up. It's now a 7-point lead.
She's lost a contact, it looks like. There's something wrong with a contact. But he's not going to try and play without it, is she? Take a look. Get that ball, a little fake. It's in. A little bit of steps, but sometimes we think it's a walk because it looks so unusual. Didn't get a good look at it.
Key point for Regina, unquestionably. Vivian Kingdon, that rolling left-hander.
That's that little play we diagrammed at halftime. They slipped it in underneath. 5 points with 3.5. Still time.
8 points in the second half for Kingdon. She had only 2 in the first. 3:27. Stewart misses, tips up her own rebound, and she's fouled by Jackie Moore from behind.
Jackie Moore almost had to foul her. Somebody, for 2 reasons. Stop the basket and also to make sure no one got hurt. All right. Pass inside. Takes it. A lot of contact. She good. Keeps it alive, but now she gets whacked. And let's see. And it's going to go to Jackie Moore. Thought it might have gone to the player. Patterson was on the floor.
Five-point lead for Laurentian. Anna Robinson back in outside of Stewart. 3-point attempt. This would kill Regina, but she misses. Robinson. Oh, great job to bring down the rebound. She really fought for that. But another turnover, and Regina can cut it to 3.
Patterson's got her hands in.
3-point attempt by Kingdon. Good.
Down to 2. 2 now. She has let fly, that lady.
Her third 3-pointer of the second half. 2:40 to play. 2-point basketball game. Stewart, and did she draw the charge? No, a blocking foul on number 8, Jennifer Heeg. And
take a look at it because I don't think Debbie Patterson believes it. Let's take the play. Nearly got a good steal in here. Is the drive to the basket? No, that is a good call by the official. Moving in, trying to get at it.
They're in the bonus now. So she'll go to the line, 1-1. Sue Stewart. 13 points in the game and now 14. And I believe she's playing without a contact lens. Yeah, you can see her squinting with that left eye, but her vision was perfect, or at least good enough, as she hits 2 key free throws. 4-point lead. Heeg inside of Patterson. Nice dish to Moore, and Moore goes up strongly, and she'll have the shooting foul.
Look at this. This is a typical backdoor. The pass into the postman. Here comes the postman. Turns around and tries, and they get the foul.
Face.
Oh, look, as you say, look at the anguish on that and the concentration. I'm not sure that yelling. You know, crowd thinks that bothers. To the great players, that just moves them on.
Well, she is a great player, 16 in the game, well under her average in the tournament of 35, but she hits 2 key free throws. It's a 2-point lead for Laurentian. This is the championship of the CIAU, and Kingdon ties up short. Here, a key jump ball as Regina has fought back to cut the lead to just 2. The culmination of this wild basketball game when we return to Laval University in Quebec.
Wake, hey Canada, wake up, it's on McCain Day.
What's the secret of McCain's richer tasting juice? More oranges. McCain concentrates the juice of more oranges into every can. More than Minute Maid, more than Old South. So you have a reason to buy McCain.
You bet I do.
Like an extra squeeze of juice in every glass. So compared to Minute Maid and Old South, you have an extra reason to drink McCain.
You bet I do.
Wake up to McCain.
Let's keep going on offense here. On this jump ball, let's line up 2 people together. Vince jumping against number 10. We should have this jump ball. Set good offense, and let's keep it going. Motion works, all right? How'd it go, Mark? How'd it go? Let's do it.
Good setup. what she's done is they got that 1-2-2 zone coming in. She's let the big players decide which side they want. They want to go and look for a steal, looking for a long pass. Talked about on the jump to make sure that they put two players together. Called a safety jump. If we see two green shirts together, that's where the ball is going to go to. And I think we're getting a fix on that contact. But let's take a look and see if we have two green players lined up side by side with no yellow in between, then we're going to know that try and tap that ball.
Well, Vivian Kingdon's 5'10". She'll tap it off against Carolyn Swords, who's 5'9". So it's only a 1-inch advantage, although I guess they're anticipating Kingdon being a better jumper.
I think so. And it's probably because of the positions they play. Swords is a backcourt man, ball handler type. Kingdon plays on the wing, you know, where she has to do an awful lot of rebounding. Let's see where they're going. They don't have a safety. They do have a safety, and it's going to get tapped over towards Jackie Moore.
Exactly right, Jack. So they control, and to either tie or go ahead. It's a 2-point lead for Laurentian. Patterson down low to Heeg, inside of Moore. Moore puts it up, and it won't fall. She keeps it alive, though. Kingdon, 10-foot shot, no good. And Stewart pulls it down. Two big misses for Regina. Inside 2 minutes to play. Deanne Schmier playing good defense. She's number 12. Shot won't fall. And another big rebound by Patterson. Boy, she has been outstanding. Another chance to tie or go ahead. Regina outright rebounding Laurentian 19-15 in the second half. Heeg doesn't want it. To Schmier. Schmier's three-point shot. Good! That's the lead for Regina.
We need to still run good offense, but we got to play our lines on defense, all right? Motion? Motion, or what do you feel comfortable? Okay, okay, what do you want us to do? Okay, we'll go stack on offense, all right, just so everybody knows what we're doing. Run it through. Yeah, we don't want to sit back and not run any offense. We just want to run good offense to take some time off the clock. We're going to start in 22 now because defense is going to save us.
The pass brings it across. Look out for Kingdon. Whoa, here we go. Number 12. Let's fly. And that changes the score. I think that might be the first lead they've...
I believe it's the first time in this game that they've led, and there's only 1:21 to play. 1-point lead for Regina. That was Schmier's second three-pointer. She's got 4 fouls. Chantal St. Martin, no good, but she's fouled by Vivian Kingdon.
Debbie Patterson told the team that when they get the ball, they want to go down, they want to be controlled, but they want to run what they call their stack offense, which I think will bring the ball inside.
Chantal St. Martin back in the game. Immediately they get the ball to her. She's fouled. It's key. Foul. And she's good. She's been perfect from the line so far. Tie basketball game, 63-63. St. Martin so cool at the line.
Full court pressure by Laurentian.
1-point lead. We're 1 minute to go in regulation.
Dummy.
Up for Moore. Oh, good hands by Moore as St. Martin played good defense.
Again, looking inside. Oh,
kicked away.
A kick.
Kick ball. Now they won't get a fresh 30 seconds. 11 seconds on the clock.
No, it goes back because of the kick. Had it gone out of bounds, kick is one of the violations where you reset the clock.
So a fresh 30. It's a 1-point lead for Laurentian.
They want to run a stack. Let's see how they got it. Goes back over the shoulder. Look inside.
And a foul. A blocking St. Martin. That's her 5th foul.
A major concern. Here's the play, over the shoulder. She tries to dummy it inside, and the referee gets to pushing. And again, she pushes with her stomach, just pushes her right out of there.
Do you like that call?
No, I don't like the call,
Okay.
but it's there. It's there. And
Well, we know it's there.
If you're going to call it throughout the game, you have to call it. It's a tough time to call it.
I haven't seen her call that. I mean, they've been a lot more physical than that.
I think the ref had to call that. You're never going to... I don't know how you talk me into defending a referee, Michael, but I think he's got to make that call. It's a key call.
It's an absolutely key call. 64-63. Okay. Saint-Martin has fouled out of the basketball game. So that means that Jackie Moore down low, Saint-Martin at 6'3", the biggest player in the court, has the best ability to stop her. And she's out.
You're right, and not only that is the rebounds. That's more important, I think, at this point than the points that Jackie Moore might score.
Jackie Moore goes to the foul line. She was outstanding yesterday against Calgary. She has been not nearly as strong today at the foul line. So far today, 3 for 5 for Jackie Moore. So that's not bad, but she is a good foul shooter.
Well, it depends whether it's the first or the second she makes.
She makes the first, and it's a tie basketball game.
I don't think we'll see pressure if they're ahead. Let's see how it works out. We will. Regina's right up. It's more token pressure, more to just chew up the clock, I believe, rather than to get the ball. They don't need the basketball. Whoa, now they do.
Very nice penetration by Sword. The 2 gives Laurentian the lead, and I'm watching back and forth on the 2 benches. Now Laurentian is celebrating wildly.
Timeout taken by Regina. Pass over Carroll. She fakes the pass, takes the turn, and then works her way right through there. Jackie Moore couldn't get over a step.
Okay, sit up. We got to work very hard. Okay, be very smart, work very hard. We're going to go man-to-man, 3-quarter. Okay? Any screen, we got to switch quick, just like Lou's drill. You got to switch into her face, stuck up to the post, okay? And then rotate weak side if you can draw a charge. All right? God takes it. If you're gonna go up to score it, make sure you get her before she goes up to score it. All right? But we don't want a chance to do that. We get possession back, we're going down. We'll get it back. We're going to go back. We're going down to score unless we get a lot of clock, okay?
Jackie Moore gets the ball. They want to foul her before she gets up to shoot the ball. They want to play man-to-man defense now. They don't want to foul, but if the ball goes inside to Jackie Moore, they want to get her before she gets the shot up. And Regina's got to bring it to Jackie Moore.
Under 30 seconds to play, 23 on the shot clock. They trail it by 1. And a steal by Laurentian, but she slipped and fell on the line. So Diane Norman, outstanding defense. Now they will get a fresh 30 on that, right?
Yes, they'll bring it in now. It doesn't matter. They only have 16.
Right, but...
So they've got to get it in. That clock means nothing anymore. The one we have is that score clock. And see what we've got now, what the officials are into.
I'm not sure what the question is. Now, I said that they had a fresh 30. The shot clock shows 24.
And the shot clock down to... All right, no, you're right. See, they're looking for... they're arguing about how much time, and you were right initially when you said they're not getting a third set.
Shot clock at 13, game clock at 16.
They got it!
They get it inside to Moore, and it won't fall, but she'll go to the line.
That's that dummy play. They clear out. They clear out on the...
Penny Patterson to the line.
Take a look at this, the way they clear out underneath. They clear out underneath there, and they throw it over. She puts it right up there. Doesn't make the shot. She's got 2 shots.
1 to tie. That ball's short. Seconds to play. Good. Tie basketball game. Full court pressure from Regina.
They don't want to foul. don't want to foul. Make them keep it on the floor.
5 seconds
They've got to
left.
get it up.
Swords with
Take it.
under 2. We are at the buzzer. It's up and no good. And we'll go to
an overtime. How are you going to do better? I didn't think we could improve on last year's final, but I'll tell you, this is a great one.
I'll tell you what's so great about it is it's totally surprising. Laurentian had it all their way. They let it big, but defensively, Regina just turned it around in the second half, and we'll go to overtime.
Stay with Stack and see if we can keep putting it over the low post, all right? And we're good. Yes, all right? Everybody's got to take the open shot. Defense has been awesome, all right? Let's
Once they want up, because Martha.
Okay, we go to overtime.
Enough perimeter people for that?
They'll play a 5-minute period. Each team gets one additional timeout. They can't carry them over, so one timeout per team, 5 minutes.
And any fouls count, so you can foul out right now. If you've got 4, you don't get any extra fouls.
Stepping away from her. We got to switch like we did with Louise and Stewie switch all the time.
Okay, he's been talking it over with his assistant coach.
We're going 3 posts. Okay, let's make sure we always have one on the foul line. All right, and we got one high, we got one low, and we got one extended, playing like a guard sometimes because they're coming out at us. Okay? You
Gotta have a
understand?
point man too, a balance.
We always got to be a point person. One post has always got to look to step out and help, and then look at your partners real quick. Okay? All right. Defensively, we're going to pick them up as full as we can. All right? Full as we can. Keep in their face. Don't let them go by you. Hey, she's going to cough that ball up pretty soon. You just keep working at it. All right? Down low, we got to make sure. The handoff. You switch the handoff. You understand that? Switch it. Don't try to go with it. Just switch it quickly. See if you can get a piece of it if you can. All right? Whoever's got Kingdom, you got to stay with her till big time, okay? All right? Okay, good job. You got her back. That's a good job.
Great stuff, Michael, out of both coaches. Peter Ennis said just now, well, let's listen a bit here.
Smile, Jack. You haven't smiled all game here. Jeez, come on.
Debbie Patterson keeping those players loose. I think that's excellent the way she's handling that right now. No panic, no problem. Neither coach. I hope I'm not calm when I'm in games.
Laurentian got the ball back with about 8 seconds to play. They pushed the ball up. It seemed erratic, but they did end up with one last shot.
And who should take it? That young lady is a great shooter. She's having a great game. Good as any to take that shot. Both coaches had some very important things to say. Debbie talked about making sure they use their low post, get the ball into 13 and 14. They've been they're steady players, but make sure you take your outside shot. Peter Ennis talked about they're going to play 3 postmen now, 3 players near the basket, making sure we always have a point man. He wants full court pressure.
One of the things to keep in mind, Chantal Saint-Martin, who did a very good job on Jackie Moore, has fouled out of the basketball game.
That's right. That's a disadvantage. Peter Ennis, I think, is counting on the fatigue. He says they will cough it up. He's talking to his players positively about what will happen with the pressure.
This is overtime, 5-minute period.
Another
One
safety
timeout per
time.
team. Both teams will remain in the bonus. Have a problem with the clock. The clock was supposed to start at 5. It now reads 20 minutes. And they'll... Actually, they started it at 5, and apparently it went up instead of down.
I've got a wife that keeps her checkbook that way. And a little problem as to which direction the money is. Let's see how we're doing. Sometimes those clocks are... Okay, they've moved it down. And they shouldn't give much more than that. Oh, boy. Yeah. All right.
That seems about right. 4:53 in this one overtime period. Now, Peter Ennis is unhappy about something.
I think he'd like to see the jump ball all over again.
Kingdon having trouble getting it inbounds, and it's stolen. Diane Norman, Kingdon felt the official breathing down her neck, approaching 5 seconds, and she simply threw it away.
It was right in front of the Laurentian bench, and I'm sure that Peter Ennis and his assistant were reminding him about the count.
Stewart's shot, no good. There's another rebound for Kingdon. He's played a terrific basketball game. So is that woman, Deanne Schmier. Patterson dishes to Moore, and Patterson. Offensive foul drawn by Sue Stewart, only the second on Patterson.
Well, Sue Stewart has done a great job at the other end of the court. Look at this job right here. She just steps right in and takes that. Boy, that's a strong, hard foul, and for her to just hold the ground in there is pretty tough.
Well, she did it, and we're still waiting for our first points of overtime. Nice ball movement. They get it down low, and they get it to fall. Diane Norman with the first points of overtime.
It's those three-post offense that Peter Ennis was talking about. Slipped it inside.
Teague.
Man-to-man defense.
Schmier, and very aggressive. Stewart lobs it up. And it goes off Jackie Moore's ankle, and there's a turnover. Laurentian's got it with the 2-point lead. Towards Stewart. The trailer is Norman, and she did a great job to slow down just enough to gather in the ball and lay it in.
That ball and just slid right in there.
Diane Norman, 4 points, all 4 in overtime. Kingdon. And Kingdon puts it up, but can't get it to fall. Oh, they needed that. 70-66, Laurentian leads.
We've got a timeout for Regina coming up.
Norman, 4 points in the overtime. She misses.
There has to be a stoppage in play for that timeout.
Double team, and Kingdon reads it perfectly and dishes it off to Schmier.
Great play. Red, as you say, Kingdon has got a... Oh.
Here's Nana Robinson wide open, and she's got the easy 2. Regina simply didn't get back.
Didn't get back. Must have been a mix-up trying to set up some kind of a zone press. And somebody missed their assignment.
And Stewart went for the steal. I thought she had it, but the official says she had a foul. That's 4 on Sue Stewart.
Sue Stewart. La quatrième.
Coach Peter Ennis talking to her about the fact they don't need a foul right now. Don't want to slow the game down when the way they're playing. But listen, when she plays like that, she's allowed to make a few mistakes.
Teague will go to the line. 1 in a bonus, and she'll get the bonus. It's now a 3-point lead with 2:29 to play in overtime in the CIAU championship game between the Regina Lady Cougars and the Laurentian Lady Vees, and she hits them both. Down to 2, full court pressure. Again, 1-2-2. Kingdon is the up player.
Back, and they have plenty of time. Now it's a matchup zone. A little bit of a 2-3 matchup. Trying to put a lot of pressure on the ball.
At 10, Norman using that left arm well, gets it into the middle. And now the shot clock becomes a factor, and that's a foul on Schmier, and she's gone. That's number 5 on Deanne Schmier.